everybody, it's Lisa from Shabby Road Studio. I am back. Today is Monday. How are you doing? I hope everybody had a nice, relaxing Easter weekend. I know that I did. Enjoyed some time with family and just hung out and just basically relaxed. So today we're back at it. We're going to do some mass make of some ephemera, grungy ephemera. So this is what I did off camera as my example. Just fun little pieces to use in my upcoming journals, just to have on hand. Fun stuff. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set this aside and we're going to print the background. So by jelly printing the background, you can get some cool kind of texture look. It's a lot better than just a plain, we're going to use this piece of craft cardstock. And so we're going to have a little bit of the brown in here and whatever we add with paint. But it leaves just like a textury looking background to do our stamping on. And then we're going to have different kinds of ephemera from just one application. So I want to start with some, this is linen, folk art linen. It's just acrylic paint. I want to do like a basic not much left in there. And we're just going to do a sloppy, uneven background. So we're going to apply this to pick that up first. Okay, so I let this sit on here for a couple minutes and we're going to pull it up. Okay, well that turned out quite cool because it picked up some of the other that I already did before I started filming. So that's what's fun about these jelly prints. They pick up all the grunge, and I love that. There's so much detail. So now we're gonna go in. I don't know. Some of these are old, so I don't know. I want to get some. I did a darker brown on the example I did. I want to do a little bit lighter than that. Yeah, it's a little bit watery. A little bit too much on there. It's kind of watery. I'm trying to use up some old paints I found, and some of them aren't that great. Okay, and then I'm going to do some of this gray. It's Deco Art Slate Gray, if you're interested. Okay, so we're just going to go over in this corner a little bit. Going to just kind of, just to try to get that blended look. Yeah, I mean, that's basically what it is. Okay, now we're going to take this again and go back and pick that up over this. I mean, you may or may not be able to see the first layer, but I like to do that first layer just in case we miss spots, and that can be like another texture layer that shows through. Jelly plate is, I don't know, there's a huge learning curve, and someday I'm really going to learn it and do it well. But for this application in the junk journal world, for me, I tend to use it just to get some grungy background papers, and then you can use them in your journals. You can stamp over them. You can rip them up for collage. So this for me is not about creating a standalone piece of art like a lot of people do that are talented out there. This is to get those grungy background pieces. Okay, what do we got? Okay, see, I love it. I love it. You can see the cream color that we had in the back. It gives you this, just like a grungy wall, painted wall background. I love that. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry. I'm gonna move my wet roll-off paper here. We're going to bring in our stamp pad and some stamps. So we're going to just stamp this randomly. I might turn it around this way this time. I'm keeping the jelly plate under it because I notice when I stamp, this is soft and it kind of helps the stamp. It's spongy underneath, so the stamps well, but you got to start on the edge there. So then all we're going to do is basically create kind of a stamped masterboard, I guess, if you will, and then cutting them up into the, around the shape of the stamp, which gives you all these fun, just, you could use that. You could stamp something else in the middle, like I did this one. They're just cool because they give you that grungy textured background. Okay, so let's get some stamp blocks out. I will not make you watch me stamp this entire thing. I feel like that would be boring for you. So let's start out with some, and then I will finish, and then I'll come back. We'll cut out a few, then I'll cut out the rest. So we're going to do this bird stamp. I'm going to go to the edge just because I don't mind this rim around here. I feel like that also adds to it. Yeah, and that spongy gel plate underneath kind of helps the stamp. So yeah, there you have that one. And you can just go up, go over, whichever way. It just gives you a fun variety, I guess, in a kind of a mass make way. Just gotta be sure where your edge is. Leave yourself some space to cut out between. Let's see. Let's do all the big ones. Because the stamps will land in between the different blending of the colors, it ends up being really cool. Like, this one, there's some of the gray and then the brown. It just, I don't know. I thought they were really fun. And you can choose whatever color you want for your background to match whatever theme you're going to be doing for your journal or unless you're just mass making some to have on hand, which is what I'm doing. I picked these kind of more neutral colors so that they'll go with just about anything I choose to use them in. But what I'm saying is you could get, particular and specific and really make these match a theme you have. So there. I like this big round one. I don't know why, but I've used this a lot. I like it. And then you just cut out a circle. So we're going to do this right down here. Yeah, love that. Okay, so I'm gonna turn off the camera. I'm gonna finish stamping this thing, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I have finished the entire sheet. I stamped it with a bunch of different stamps that I had and that I thought would fit in each little space. And now I think I will add some splatters. Boy, this is always a gamble. It's always a risk. There. Okay. Okay, I have dried this, all the splatters, and now we're going to cut these out. So I'm going to cut some out. Again, I'm not going to make you sit here and watch every piece get cut out. That would be too boring for you. But let's just start on one corner and go from there. So you can cut as big of a border around these as you want. I just do it like that. I mean, I know that's not completely straight. It would be easier to be able to use a cutter that would make it straight, but you can't do that with the way this is set up. So just cut them out the best you can and then straighten them up later. You know, don't worry about it too much until, I mean, cut off the basics there. But yeah, they're cute little grungy ephemera pieces that you can use on tags, on envelopes, on clusters. Yeah. There's a circle one. I like them because they're just really versatile with whatever background colors you choose to use for this. And then, of course, you can do various stamps if you want to do a themed stamp too. That's cool. That works. Yeah. So like I said, I'll keep cutting these out and I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, so I am back from cutting all of these out. There are 38 pieces total here. So in the matter of, you know, not that long of time, you can quickly paint this on the jelly plate and get however many stamps that you want to put onto the 8 by 11.5. You could use bigger stamps, which would mean less pieces of ephemera, but that's the beauty of this project, is that you can use whatever you are in need of for ephemera. These are just general pieces that would go good with pretty much anything. And there's some that are bigger, some that are smaller, but they all will come in handy just to decorate, like I said, tags or envelopes or whatever. You know, make little clusters with them. Use them on belly bands. So yeah, so we got 38 pieces out of that 8.5 by 11 sheet, and they all have a different look. I mean, some of them ended up on the craft part that didn't get much paint. But for the most part, most of these other ones have just varying degrees of paint. It gives them all different looks. So nothing is like, it's not like you just stamped a page and cut them all out and they're all alike. They have a different look to them. So that is my little tutorial today. I hope everyone is well. And again, I hope you had a great Easter weekend holiday. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.